Yo. I think I have the game set up now. Alright. So this is Return to Ash. I thought it seemed pretty cool when I saw it on the website and decided to give it a try. It's a lot different than the other games I decided to play. Let's click start. The hospital was empty, quiet and brighter than usual, like waking up on a snow day. But I didn't feel cold. I didn't feel much of anything. Weird. Normally, opening my eyes to the room this bright would have given me a migraine. Instead, I felt no pain at all. No aching muscles, no bed sores, not even a hint of dizziness or nausea. For the first time in 7 years, I felt completely normal. Either I'm cured, or this is a dream, or I'm dead. Hello? I called out, but no one came. Nurse? I searched for the call button, but on the side of my head, but it wasn't there. What? Yep, definitely a dream then. My IV bag dripped in response. Or these are some next level painkillers. um, what am I supposed to do now? Um, God, leave the room, wait patiently, or die, I guess. Oh man, wait patiently. I decided to wait patiently. There are three options. One, I'm dreaming, and I'll wake up soon. Two, I'm dying, and this is part is supposed to be my life flashing before my eyes. It's just that I spent so much of that time in a hospital room, there's nothing else to show. Or hopefully three, someone will come to check on me sooner or later. A nice doctor will reassure me that everything is normal and there's nothing to worry about. So someone please come. I don't like the other options. Leave the room. Fine, I'll go and find someone else. Or find someone, my bad. I put on some slippers and walked out into the hall. Much to my dismay, there didn't seem to be anyone here either. Someone was definitely wrong. Even in the dead of night, you'd see a nurse or two scurrying these halls. Or at the very least, a janitor. But it's broad daylight and there's absolutely no one. My footsteps echoed quietly in the eerie silence. I peered around the corner to see another empty stretch of the hallway before me. Okay, new explanation. Time has stopped. Oh man. I slept through the fire alarm and everyone already evacuated. I was left behind in the confusion. Or it's the rapture. So it's not their fault I was left behind. Oh. A nuclear apocalypse. Isn't there a bright flash before the bomb goes off? That must be what this is. I walked steadily down the halls, coming up with more and more ridiculous theories as to what was happening. Finally, Finally, a figure appears, saving me from my madness. Hello? Hi. I was too surprised to know how to react. This wasn't the sort of person I expected to find, and she showed up too suddenly. Instead of focusing on all the possible explanations for what was going on, I should have come up with something to say when I inevitably found someone stupid. Oh no no, until I found someone stupid. Okay, I didn't think anyone else was there or was here. She looks me up and down, glancing to my IV and back to my face. She's expecting a response. Quick, think of something to say. Where is everyone? I'm looking for a nurse or a cool tie. A cool tie. That's a cool tie. That totally worked. Thanks. Are you feeling okay? I couldn't help but notice you're on an IV. Well, I'm in the hospital for a reason. Her smile falls. Sorry for being a depressing person, lady. She gives me a pitying look, then pauses to consider her next words. Listen, this isn't a hospital. You died. Fuck! God damn it! Are you okay? You're not having a heart attack, are you? No, I just really hoping you weren't gonna say that. Uh, right, of course. Why would it matter if I was having a heart attack now? I'm apparently dead. I mean, I assumed as much. I didn't want to face it. How could I have died so unceremoniously? Unless it's just that I don't remember the gruesome details. I guess I should be thankful for that at least. Still, I die to my sleep at the ripe age of 22. This hits way too close to home. She's 22? Oh man, that's wild. That's the same age as me, man. Oh no, it's not how I expected my life to come to an end. And the doctors never told me I had however many weeks left to live. It feels so out of nowhere. Did I really die? I'm breathing right now, out of necessity or habit. The woman clears her throat. I'm sorry, it took me some time to process my own death, too. You're also dead? I've been here for about 3 months now, give or take. I wonder how she died, but it's probably rude to ask a stranger something like that. It's not like I'd want to spill my life story either. So, what's your story, kid? She asked without hesitation. I'm a kid? I'm 22. You do not look like it. You look like you're a crisp age of 8. That is, oh no. Like, this is what I would expect a 22-year-old at least looking like inside this type of art style. This is kind of giving me some Frisk vibes. I'm not gonna lie. Really? But you look so young. But being hospitalized stunted my growth, I guess. That's fair. Why are we talking about this? I died. Who cares what I look like? Wow, only 4 years younger than me. Finally, someone I can relate to a little better. Wow, that's crazy. My life is pretty far from average 22-year-old's experience. It's hard to imagine I would be relatable to her in the slightest. What were you hospitalized for? It's not cancer, is it? She's so unbelievably rude. No, it's hard to explain. Was it terminal? I, I continue to be astounded by this woman's complete lack of tact. Can we talk about something else? Sorry. I'm asking because I wanted to discern what your goal might be. My goal? I'm dead. Surely there's no reason left to pursue any kind of goals. To my surprise, she laughs. This might be some kind of afterlife, but that doesn't mean we should give up on living. My name is Scarlet. I'm going to get my second shot at life, even if it kills me. It's really nice to see this coming from a dead person. That's actually pretty chill though. Pretty optimistic. moving words for someone who's already dead. That's what I was saying. Yeah. Oh man, my mouse. Sorry about that. What are you? Do you want to go back? What about you? Do you want to go back? Do I want to go back? Of course I want to live. Go back to where? Nah, it's impossible. Honestly, in the life of being in the hospital, I wanting to live is a really great one, but the thing is, in the life that you had, going back to that, you might just end up back in where you were or are at. So go back to where? When? To where I left off? To before I was hospitalized? That's fair. The thought of returning to my current everyday life, resuming the stasis I've been in for the past 7 years, it just doesn't sound all that appealing to me. It's not that I'd rather be dead. It's more like, now that I've died, I feel like I could come to accept it. My head doesn't hurt, and I've been standing here for a while now without feeling dizzy. That's huge for me. I wonder if I even need this IV anymore. I answered her honestly. I don't know. That's fair, man. That's fair. That makes sense. It sounds like you just got here after all. What's your name? It's Ashley? Ash for short. Alright, Ashley. Walk with me. I'll tell you everything I know. She turned immediately, with complete confidence that I would follow her right after. Or follow right after her. Oh man, reading is so difficult for me, I'm not gonna lie. But I'll try. So I did. Scarlet walked in an easy pace, explaining the mechanics of this afterlife, as if it were a speech she'd rehearsed and recited 20 times. And maybe she had. Clearly, I wasn't the first dead person she'd welcomed here. It was surreal, thinking about the situation I was in, but also how I had no trouble focusing on her explanation despite that. Focusing on her explanation despite that. Usually I feel so lost in the fog, but my head, no, my mind is completely clear right now. Is that how my brain would function if I were healthy? Not that it matters anymore. Based on Scarlett's explanation, I should consider this place to be purgatory. We died, but we can move on from here. It's unclear exactly where we would move on to. Apparently, that's up to death. We were on our way to meet them now. So, we don't get hungry? Right. Or thirsty? There is nothing to eat or drink here anyway. And we can't sleep? You know, I haven't actually tried. Oh man, that's but after 3 full months of no sleep, I haven't had any sort of adverse health effects. Safe to say it's unnecessary. You know for sure it's been 3 months? Time is definitely passing. I've been using my watch to track the days because there's no surprise or sunset. No sunrise or sunset. I slow my pace, and Scarlet stops in front of me. There's a pitying look on her face. The stasis isn't so bad once you get used to it. I'm already tired of how bright it is. Scarlet laughs, but I wasn't joking. I may have been spared, from my usual migraine, but the constant intensity of the light was unnerving to me. If I had a choice of which hospital to spend purgatory in, I'd say St. Fellows was the better option. At least there I had the changing seasons to look forward to. How would it get quieter after visiting hours were over? The chatty nurses telling me about their day as they changed my IV. Being in the hospital for so long, you learn to love the little things. The alternative is to feel miserable all the time. I'm not miserable. I'm still alive. But I can't even say that anymore. I grip the pole of my IV and stand a little tighter. I'm still too afraid to leave it behind. That's honestly understandable. Being in the position of just like you're in the hospital and just finding out the information that you're dead and you're currently in purgatory. Yes, you're no longer in pain, but all the memories of like your loved ones and everything just like stuck behind. That's gonna be tough. The last few wayward souls who came through here, they made it out pretty quick. Maybe you'll be able to bargain with death too. Then you won't have to get used to this light. I'm not very good at bargaining. She laughs again and presses the button for the elevator. I'll help you. I'm good at debate. Thanks. Oh, that's so nice. The elevator door opens to reveal a man stacking coins in the center of the floor. Don't come in! I blinked at the confusing sight, and Scarlet cut in without missing a beat. You're still at this? It's been 2 days. There's a lot of coins, and the deadline's coming up pretty soon. Scarlet leaned her forearm against the elevator door to prevent it from closing. Well, can we get in? I'm taking Ashley here to meet Death. Could you maybe catch the next one? No! Scarlet forced her way in, knocking over the stack of coins in the process. But why are you so pushy, Miss Scarlet? Because you're wasting your time. Come on, Ashley. She motioned for me to follow, and I stepped into the elevator. I did my best to avoid the coins at my feet. It's gonna be kind of difficult, especially if they've been knocked over. I can imagine them being all over the place. It was an awkward ride. When we reached the basement, Scarlet went on ahead. The man moved and shielded his coin stacks from her reckless stride, and it turned out to be unnecessary. Her intent seemed more focused on escorting me to wherever Death was, I guess. To the side of the elevator door was another pile of coins. Upon closer inspection, they looked to be some type of play currency. At least, I'm not aware of any coins with a skull on them. Doubloons, maybe? Judging by the cartoony design, it seemed like something used for a board game rather than by pirates. Curious, and not particularly in any rush to meet Death, I stopped to talk to the man. Why are you stacking coins, mister? Sheldon? Yeah, Sheldon. And you're Ashley, right? I want to say that's Sheldon. It might be Celadon? I, I don't know that. I want to say Sheldon. I really do. I want to say this is but I might be wrong. I'm calling him Sheldon. Okay, I prefer Ash. Sheldon picks up a small sack of coins and transports them to the larger pile beside the elevator. His process is methodical and efficient. I can tell he really has been at this for 2 days. It's my trial, so I can revive. He shuffles back into the elevator to pick up the next stack of coins. Trial. Scarlet, clearly tired of waiting, returns to my side. Death told him he had 3 days to bring coins from the top floor to the basement. If he reaches a certain amount, his soul will be released. They have to stay stacked like this. If a single coin faces tails up, it won't count. Sounds tedious. Oh my god. I'm sorry about the stuff in the background. That is. It's giving me an anxiety attack. No, I don't mind. It's a good exercise. He goes back for the next round of coins. Leave him, Ashley. He's done hundreds of these trials. Death isn't going to let him pass this time on either. As Scarlet walks away again, the elevator doors begin to close. Sheldon stumbles from his place to block them. The stack of coins he's holding wobbles dangerously but he quickly steadies them and continues his work as if nothing had happened. I feel sorry for him. I'm gonna help Sheldon. Huh. Here, I can help. You really? You don't have to. It it looks fun. We both know I'm lying, but he smiles anyway. That's wholesome. In that case, I feel free. Feel free. Clack, clack, clack. I carefully stack the coins that Scarlet scattered on the elevator floor, checking that each one is facing heads up. It's easy to get absorbed in the task, somewhat addictive even. Each coin I place down gives me a small sense of satisfaction, and I'm not even getting sore from being hunched over. That part is nice. I can feel that, especially since I have like really bad back pain. I can't imagine being stuck doing this for 2 full days though. That's some serious endurance. Sheldon came back and forth, carrying each stack of coins out into the hall. Every once in a while, the elevator door would try to close, and he would lean against it to keep it open. I wondered if be more useful just holding the button down for him, but he seemed to have developed a rhythm around it. I didn't want to interrupt that rhythm any more than I already had. When the last of the coins were gathered into stacks, I began carrying them out with him. It's so nice of you to lend a hand. Hopefully it's not against the rules or anything. Huh? I'm not messing things up for you, am I? Probably not. I mean, sometimes I fall my trials on technicality, or fail my trials on technicality. Well, anyways, Death didn't say anything about doing it at all on my own, just that I had to carry them by hand. Am I doing the right thing by helping him? As long as he's fine with it, I guess. I mean, that's fair. You didn't really tell him that you didn't need to have help. We step out of the now empty elevator and into the coin-filled hall. No one's ever helped me with my trials before. Usually people have their own thing going on. He starts heading into the direction Scarlet went earlier. I follow, dragging my IV along with one hand and carrying the small stack of coins in the other. Are you sure it's okay for me to keep helping you? Yeah, I don't think it counts as cheating or anything. It's like you're part of my downline. Downline? Yeah, we're like a team. You do a bit of work for me, and we both profit. I can give you some of my coins when it's over. How does that sound? His offer catches me off guard. I wasn't doing this for any kind of profit. I just wanted to be nice. No. Thanks. I don't have pockets. Well, let me know if you change your mind. I wince a little at how enthusiastically he delivered his pun. Finally, we reached the end of the hall. Oh, that's cool. The room was that we were transporting the coins to turned out to be the morgue, or a morgue. I could now see firsthand the result of his past 2 days of effort. Glancing around the room, I lock eyes with Scarlett. She shifts her gaze to Sheldon, who is currently preoccupied lining up his stack of coins with the others. And then it suddenly clicks for me. Of course, the place we'd find death waiting would be the morgue. This is where they keep the bodies. The thought of it chills me to the bone. So I focus on the coins in my head. I place them down with the rest, then move to follow Sheldon back out into the hall. Ashley, wait. I stop in my tracks, then reluctantly turn to face the person who was supposed to be helping me negotiate my revival. You feel sorry for him, don't you? Kinda do. Kinda do. She's right. But I'm still inclined to argue. I'm just trying to help. His trial is ending soon, anyways, right? There is not a lot of time left, Miss Scarlet. He shouts back at us from the hall. His footsteps echo down it as he goes back for more coins. You're a nice girl, Ashley. But don't you think you should focus on saving your own soul? She says, entirely focused on saving mine. Yeah. Yeah. Helping others while I'm at it doesn't hurt. You're doing it too. She doesn't say anything back. I'm already out the door, catching up to Sheldon. His pace slows once he realizes I'm following him. As I close the distance, I try to make a conversation. It's kind of messed up that death is making you carry all these coins into the morgue. Morgue? We're walking together now. He blinks at me. Oh, right, you're new. What do you see this place as, Ash? What do I see it as? Well, to be fair, I thought it was a hospital. It's a hospital, right? Oh, interesting. So that's why there's a morgue. I'm confused by what he's asking me. Do we all see this place differently? For me, it's kind of personal, but I don't mind telling you. This place looks like the rehab facility I was sent to in my early 20s. I was only there for a short time, but it left an impression, I guess. Ah, that's fair. That's fair. I'm gonna be honest, like, if I was in this position, I feel like I would be inside of the school, Wheeler. It was a transitional school. Uh, Man, yeah, that school has definitely left an impression. Rehab. We each pick up the next stack of coins. Yeah, I partied pretty hard back in college. I mean, I thought that what you're supposed to do in college. Thought that's what you're supposed to do in college. Yeah, okay. Anyway, it got so bad my family sent me to rehab for a bit. I've been sober ever since. Huh? I have no idea how to respond. It's so far out of my own experience that I can't imagine what it must have been like at all. Were you in college, Ash? Before you got here? You're not still in high school, are you? No, I've been in hospital since I was a teenager. I didn't actually get to go to high school. Oh, that's so sad. I'm sorry. We reach the morgue again and walk back inside. Scarlet doesn't bother us at this time, or Scarlet doesn't bother us this time. Sheldon and I place our coins down, ready to head back out for more. Before we have, I reconsider this morgue. This room looks different to Sheldon, and Scarlet too. She told me before that this isn't a hospital. I wonder what it looks like to her. Since it's not really a morgue, it's a lot easier to push down the anxiety I feel about being in here. This is all made up. It's set dressing. Even the coins we're carrying aren't real. Even the coins we're carrying aren't real. Maybe I'll wake up soon and realize it was a dream all along. Honestly, I feel that. Stack by stack, we carry away the coins in the hall until there are none left. When I offered to help him, I didn't think I'd get so into it, but the work has meditative and helped keep my mind off things. I'm here because I died. I haven't been able to process that yet. I just dove into helping this stranger with his trial. A trial I don't know anything about. I don't want to think about any of that. I just want to keep focusing on the task at hand. But his trial will be over soon, and death will come to pass judgment. That's how this works, isn't it? Sure enough, as we carry in the last of the coins, we're greeted by death. Oh, yo, death looks sick! Hold up. A hooded figure carrying a scythe, their face hidden by a mask. The sight of them startles me, but I take care not to drop any of Sheldon's coins. She's young. She doesn't belong here. Scarlet must be bargaining for my soul, like we talked about. It's nice of her to do that, even though I was busy helping Sheldon instead. She fits pretty well, as far as I can see. Death stares in my direction. Are they watching me? I can't tell with the mask. Do you think we have time for one more trip up the elevator? Sheldon looks antsy. I'm not sure what he's worried about, though. We already brought so many coins. This is enough, isn't it? Maybe, but one last trip wouldn't hurt. He looks like he's asking my permission. Death walks over to us before I can respond. Time's up, Donnie. Donnie? That's kind of cute. Please stop calling me that. Only my mom calls me Donnie. Scarlet strides over us. Indignant? Indignant. Excuse me, our conversation was not over. Schedule's full, babe. Come back with a better argument tomorrow. I'm busy. Just tell him he failed to get it over with already. But please don't do that. I've worked really hard. So the trial really is over now. Excuse me. They all turn to my face at once. I'm a little surprised they listened, and massively uncomfortable with the attention. Uh, are you really going to check through every coin? Not just check them. There's a hint of a smirk in their voice. I'm gonna flip them. Flip? And there's the catch. For every coin you brought, we're gonna play heads or tails. If any of them lands on tails, you lose. I I thought I thought I just had to place them here face up. Flipping every single coin, that's impossible. What are the odds of getting heads so many times in a row? 50-50 for each coin? That's pretty awful RNG. Dude, what is this man's life? Oh man, oh, technically possible, right? It's not gonna happen. Pretty awful RNG. If my units had 50% chance of missing, I'd choose another attack. It's so low that you may as well not even try. Oh, you're a gamer? I hadn't meant to say that out loud, but the despair of the situation really struck me. I'm so sorry, Sheldon. I can't help to feel a little responsible for increasing his burden. Not that removing my contributions would have changed this outcome. Death flips the first coin. Heads! They picked up the next one. Oh, heads again! They're definitely taking pleasure in this. Sheldon cringes visibly at the sound of each coin being tossed. A third coin lands on heads, and then a fourth. He watches the results, unable to speak. But it can't go on forever. In fact, it might set up to make him start to think he has a chance, only for death to take that away. It's just a coin flip, but they managed to turn it into immense psychological torture. Bringing fewer coins would have given him better odds. But then, would he fail or not meet the minimum requirement? I see why Scarlet didn't bother to help him before. Death's trials are made to be unwinnable. The coin flip pause, and Death turns to me. Hey, Ashley, heads or tails? Tails. I wasn't asking you. Heads. Scarlet shoots me a look, but I don't budge. I have to stand up to Death somehow. A coin flip. Tails, you lose, Sheldon. What? Bro! Come on, that's not fair. His voice wavers. I think he might cry. Which is probably Death's aim with this. Crushing his spirit, giving him hope, only to snuff it right back out. What do they gain from toying with people like that? Sheldon has done a lot of these, right? I can't stop myself from speaking up. The situation is too unfair. Yeah. So why can't you just release his soul already? He's tried pretty hard, right? He's got plenty of time. What do you mean? Death mounts her scythe like a witch on a broomstick. I barely know how to react. As my eyes follow them, I can only think of how this ceiling is higher up than I realize. They drift to stop, then grasp the handle on one of the metal doors. Am I about to see a corpse? It's not a real morgue, but there could still be actual bodies in there. And why hadn't I noticed this room looks infinitely tall until now? The metal door swings open and a long drawer slides out. It's hard to tell from where I'm standing, but it seems to be lined with rows upon rows of hourglasses? His is in here. What are those? The countdown for every soul that comes here. Countdown? Why is why is the first I'm hearing of this countdown? Why is this the first I'm hearing of this countdown? You never asked. Like you'd have told me. This is how long you have to left to live. The sand in the small hourglass falls steadily down, a human life measured in grains of sand. Nice try. We're already dead. Not quite. Sheldon stares at the ground, wringing his hands. What do you mean? Death descends again. Sheldon hourglass is in hand. Want to see what happens when I turn this over? They say it in a teasing voice, like it's a game to them. This is someone's life. No. Sheldon says we must all be thinking. Sheldon says what we must all be thinking. But it's cool. But it's cool. Check it out. When death flips the hourglass over, we all expect the sand inside to reverse direction, but it doesn't. It continues falling upward, defying gravity. This is how long have left to live? How long we have left to live? Meaning we are still alive. And maybe because we're still alive, we have a chance to revive. Scarlett said she's been here for 3 months. How much time does she have left? How much time do I have left? Scarlett lets out an incredulous huff. So, you're just going to torture him until his time runs out? Will you release him once he gets down to the wire, or let him die in the end? That's up to him. Unbelievable. We're still alive? Even though this is the afterlife? Didn't Scarlett tell you? I look to Scarlett, but she's already stormed away. She taps her foot, facing away from us. This is the afterlife for souls who died a social death. Y'all ended up here because you're miserable losers. Damn. Oh, you guys are... Death is rude. Death is rude, man. You guys are losers. Damn. Ah, man. Yeah, death is rude as hell. I follow Sheldon back to the elevator and up to the ground floor. He holds his hourglass, tapping on it gently, but it does nothing to stop the flow of the sand. We aren't dead yet, but we could die soon, unless death decides to release our souls. Let us revive. We need to pass a trial to do that, as far as I understand it. But the trials are designed to waste our time. Is it a trick then? Is there some other way to overcome this? I don't have enough information. I need to find out more about the rules of this place. Sheldon breaks me out of my thoughts and brings me back to the present. Thanks for helping me earlier. No problem. I'm sorry for not telling you sooner about the social death thing. That's okay. It'd be a weird thing to explain, right? Yeah, so weird. Since we no, since he was here before Scarlet, he must know a lot more about this place than she does. Maybe sticking with him was a right call. I ask him all sorts of things. Is he the right person to talk to? Yeah, I'll talk to Sheldon. He's pretty chill. Sheldon is the nicest guy here. He's not intimidating like the others. Hey, let's talk. Huh? Sure, Ash. Is there something in particular you wanted to talk about? Uh, everything that has happened, or everything that happened, I guess. Ah, yeah. How are you feeling after all that? Probably a lot to take in, huh? Death called us miserable losers. A little harsh, right? Yeah, I'm not really miserable. But they're right about me not having any friends. Well, I'll be your friend. You helped me out after all. Oh, that's so nice. I'm struck by his warmth. He's so genuine. He seems so genuine. Can I call you Donnie? Please, anything but that. Yeah, to be honest, if someone called me like a childhood name my mom used to call me, and like especially if I'm like in the afterlife, God, I could imagine the emotional weight upon that. It just weighs on you, dude. It just weighs on you. We share a laugh and continue chatting. I tell him about myself, how most of my life has resolved around my illness, being hospitalized, how I hadn't any visitors in over a year. That must have been what marked my social death. My family, everyone. I was dead to them. It hurts to think about, so I changed the subject. What was your life like? How long have you been here? I'm not really sure how long it's been. Scarlett's the only one with a watch. This guy just turns off his brain and just grinds, dude. Oh, man. And it doesn't get dark. The days must really blend together, huh? It's probably been a few years. Could you ask Death to find out? They don't like me very much. He sits in one of the chairs, and I take the one beside him. My life before this was, I don't know. I ran my own business. I had a wife. I thought my family cared about me. But I went into debt. No matter how much effort I put into my job, I just sunk deeper and deeper. I thought I was doing what I was supposed to, working hard, hustling. His breath grows unsteady. I don't know what to say, so I keep listening. When he handed me the divorce papers, I thought, great, now I have to spend more time selling products. Oh, no, when she handed me the divorce papers, I thought, great, now I have to spend more time selling products. My whole family stopped talking to me. I don't know what I did wrong. Those products help people, but my mom called it a scam. But it's not a scam. They're health supplements. I use them myself. If you have enough people in your downline, you can make thousands of dollars a week. You just have to keep recruiting. This guy is really stuck with the grind mindset. And it's fun. You get to work from home and talk to people you never would have talked to before. It's kind of work you could even do from a hospital bed. Heck, you might feel better if you take them yourself. Health supplements? The company is called You Thrive. Get it? It makes you thrive because it makes you thrive. His mood changed really suddenly. I've never really heard of this company, but it sounds important to him. Ash, when we get out of here, I'll send you a sample kit. You can try it for yourself. That's okay. I shouldn't be taking supplements without my doctor's permission. That's what's great about You Thrive. It doesn't interfere with any medications. It just boosts your immune system along with many other benefits. This is getting weird. Why is he giving me a sales pitch when he might be stuck in the afterlife forever? He's probably prone to habits. Um, yeah, I would just say he's probably stuck in habits. Because he's probably done this in most of his life inside the real life, so I would imagine him doing it in the afterlife. Same thing with this one. She was mostly in the hospital bed and worrying about like others in the hospital, so I'm thinking she's probably the same thing, and so on and so forth on the rest of them. Sheldon, I'm healthy, so it doesn't make any sense that I died. And now he seems back to normal. So this social death thing, that must be it, because no one talks to me anymore. They all blocked my number. Did he scare everyone off with how intense he is about his job? That's pretty sad. Well, at least we have each other, right? We're not friendless losers anymore. Sheldon smiles at me, then takes his hourglass from his pocket. He stares down at it with a great sadness in his eyes. The years he spent here, doing death's impossible trials, that must have taken its toll on him. Beneath this friendly exterior is a man on the verge of breaking. I pat his back, not knowing what else to do. If he was to revive, would he be able to make new friends? Would I? Maybe I can give him a bit of hope. Hey, let's help each other. Huh? The thing about social life is, it starts as soon as you make even one friend. And we're friends now. So when we get out of here, all we have to do is stay friends in the real world. Ash? Just when I was wondering what would happen if I broke this thing. He slips his hourglass back in his pocket. Ah, man. I don't know what would happen if you broke it. Thank you. I'll do my best to pass the next trial. After saying goodbye to Sheldon, I decided to I decided to look around on my own for a while. Where should I go? Let's go to the morgue. I might as well ask Death for more information on this hourglass stuff. I steal myself a press of the button labeled B2. When the elevator's doors open, Death's scythes drop in through a small gap like a guillotine. The blade sticks in the floor as a couple inches deep. It takes me a moment to register what happened. Thank God I wasn't standing right there. Once the doors finally open, they jostle the handle and swing their weapon back over their shoulder casually. I've been expecting you. To kill me? Nah, wanna hang out. You're not gonna swing your scythe at me anymore, right? Don't be such a baby. Follow me. Like I have a choice. Oh, man. Increased bond with Death. Oh, you can be friends with Death? Yo. Death brings me back into the morgue, but the atmosphere has completely changed. Is this a different room? It's my room. How the... How do you deck it out so fast? This place looks extremely lived in. The half-eaten bags of snacks on the floor to the controllers scattered near the beanbag chair. Magic. Don't worry about it. Right. I should know better than to ask, considering I've also been them. I've seen them fly. Okay, that's fair. The big screen TV catches my attention. There's a tantalizing lineup of all the latest game consoles below it. Are we gonna play video games or something? I'm getting a little excited now. The only games I had in the hospital were my favorite childhood handheld. Death strides over to the controllers on the floor and picks one of them up. We're gonna play GTA 5. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, the copyright goes crazy. We're gonna play GTA 5. GTA? Glorious Devils Avarice. Oh yeah, yeah. That's totally what that meant. Yep. How do you not heard of that? Oh, the kids down the street I grew up had one of those games. I watched them play it. The Sin Town one, I think. Yeah, the old one, 5, that's the old one. Five's cooler. It's got way better graphics. How do you play? It's single player. You just watch. Wow, what fun. How long am I gonna be stuck here, hanging out with them? Oh my god, I'm not gonna lie, this is giving me a cutbacks of whenever I was younger and I was just like trying to make friends, but the only games I liked playing were single player, so we had to like take turns on like if we died. And the thing is, I like playing stealth, so I just like never really died, so they just sat there doing that for hours. I felt bad. Yeah. It definitely caused a lot of arguments, but yeah. Uh, what inevitably happened is I had to like give him the controller. Rightfully so. I was kind of a jerk. Death turns the console on and boots up the game. The graphics truly are better than Sintown's. In GTA, you play as a devil girl named Lucy. Okay, that's wild. Very similar name, but you play as a devil girl named Lucy. She's like Lucifer with we're a sexy lady. Okay. Okay. Why is there fan service? Please don't show me like any art style. Please don't. It's a raunchy game that appeals to edgy preteens and middle schoolers. In the case of my childhood friends, their parents didn't seem to understand the rating system and bought it out of ignorance. There's a main story mode, but I think most people play the game for the sandbox aspect. Okay, that's kind of cool. You can pick up guns, steal cars, and kill people. Yeah, that's okay. Now, never mind. Oh, what? Okay. I did not know a right click does that. It takes place in hell, so I guess you're killing other sinners? I don't think it's the kind of game with deep lore attached to it. Death loads a save and shows me their character. Lucy's dressed in cargo pants and a bikini top with a huge rifle on her back. She looks absolutely ridiculous, but the over-the-top aesthetic of the game is kind of the selling point. Check this out, and they say, equipping a huge rocket launcher. They fire it at a gas station, then walk toward the camera in slow motion for dramatic effect. The explosions in the game are so realistic. Actually, I've never seen an explosion in real life, so maybe they're not? They look more real than the ones from the previous game anyways. I comment on how cool it was while Death cackles away, stealing a fast-looking car and evading Hell's police force. They're having a great time. Wait, how long do I have to watch them play this? The clock is ticking on this hourglass situation. Hey, Death? Can you pause? Why? Because, uh, I was wondering when you were gonna give me, out more trials. Yeah, you're gonna give out more trials. Death hits a pause on the controller and turns to me. Why? I I mean, I haven't gotten one yet, and you haven't given me my hourglass either. That's because you don't have one. I I don't. I'll give you a trial later. Now you now do you now do you want to watch me play GDA or not? Okay. I'm trying my best to read this properly. Sorry if I'm terrible. I'm trying my best. Is it okay if I don't? Do whatever you want. They unpause their game. I'll take that as my cue to leave. I make my way back to the elevator, feeling a bit drained. I figure it's best for me to go back to the room I woke up in this morning, if it was even morning. I press the button, the doors close. I find Scarlett leaning against the wall in the hallway where we first met. Maybe she comes up here to think? It is nice and quiet. She notices me right away, thanks to the wheels of my IV stand rolling across the tile floor. Once we make eye contact, I give a little wave and a smile trying to act friendly. Oh, Ashley. Hey, so we're not dead after all, huh? She was the one to tell me that I was dead in the first place, but death made it sound like she knew otherwise. It's been bothering me, honestly. So they say. After a moment of silence, I realize I'm going to have to be the one to force this conversation. You, knew that it was a social death, didn't you? I don't believe I know anything about this place. Her tone carries a mix of annoyance and exhaustion. You can't trust anything Death says. All they do, all they want is to keep us all under their thumb. This hourglass thing might be a part of that. You think so? Maybe. She holds up her hourglass, turning it sideways. There's no way to confirm that this has anything to do with whatever life I have left. In fact, I'm certain that in my case, it doesn't. How can you be sure? I know that I'm dead, Ashley. Her tone is cold and intense, a little frightening even. That 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 doesn't make it okay to lie to me. My voice wavers. I'm horrible at confrontation, but she backs down anyway. If you had just explained it differently, like how death did, a, a social death is a lot easier for me to accept than my actual literal death, you know? But what if that's the lie? What then, Ashley? We don't know that it is. I mean, how do you know you're really dead? Because I was murdered. Dang. Scarlett slips the hourglass into her pocket and enters the room beside us. If that's the case, she had every reason to believe Death was lying. She just didn't want to get my hopes up. I follow her inside to apologize. Scarlett stands in the other side of the room, gazing out the window in her endless void. Scarlett? I, I'm sorry. You were right about Sheldon's trial, too. I should have trusted you. You think I'm a cold-hearted bitch. What? That's not true. She could be a little mean, but a bitch? I wouldn't think that at all. I get it all the time. I'm sure people would admire my personality more if I were a man. Wow. You're not a bitch, Scarlett. Anyone who calls you that just sucks. You're a good girl, Ashley. She sighs, letting out a tension from the air. I'm sorry for making you feel like I lied to you. Let's share information. Properly, this time. Yeah, whatever helps us get out of here. Scarlet starts by showing me her thought hourglass. It's nearly full at the top, meaning she has plenty of time to revive, according to Death anyway. I wasn't given an hourglass, so there is no telling how much time I have. But if Scarlett's still doing just fine after 3 months, maybe I don't need to worry about it so soon. Knowing the deadline might only make me panic in the end, so we decide to forget about it for now. Scarlett folds her arms and leans back against the window. The other thing I should tell you is, this isn't a hospital. Oh yeah, Sheldon mentioned that before, how it looks different to everyone. So then, what is this place to you, Scarlett? To me, it's an office building, the one I used to work at. Scarlett goes on into another one of her speeches, although this one feels far less rehearsed. Before she was killed, she was forced to quit her job. She doesn't say what that job was exactly, but there was some kind of scandal caused by her boss, and she was unknowingly compliant in it. Complicit? Complicit? Complicit, I think. And she was unknowingly complicit in it. All she did was shred some papers like she was told, but got her stalked by journalists, and there was all this public outrage. I'm almost surprised I hadn't heard of whatever this case was, but it's not like I watch the news. Scarlett delivers her story coldly, without a hint of emotion attached. She sounds tired of it all. I don't want to push her with more questions, but I don't get this at all. So then, if your boss was the bad guy here, why are they coming after you instead? God knows, Ashley. If I call it misogyny, they'll accuse me of dodging culpability. Culpability. None of my friends wanted anything to do with me. They didn't want the trouble. Some of them even believed those articles. I was getting harassed on the street. I could barely leave my apartment. A social death, meaning all of her relationships were destroyed. What about what about your family? My mother passed away when I was young. I haven't spoken to my father since I was a teenager. We never got along. I may as well not have a family. Maybe it's better that way. They would have become targets because of me. They would have become targets because of me. Oh, that's sad. Because of you? Weren't you only in that situation because of your boss? It's unfair, isn't it? I ignored the rumors about him. We even used to get along. But it turns out he's just another shitty, abusive white man in a long line of shitty, abusive white men. Damn. Hating him is easy, it's boring. Me, on the other hand, I'm a traitor to my entire gender. I'm despicable. Okay. A traitor? But what? This is all sounds so extreme. It's because I'm the one who destroyed the evidence. It doesn't matter that I didn't know what was on those papers. Everyone believes that I must have known. If I had just taken the time to look through them, if I hadn't been so buried in work, I could have realized what they were. That fucking bastard. Just I'm just the last in the line of women whose lives he ruined. Damn. Scarlet sighs again, much heavier this time. It's still painful to think about. You think about a few months away from it all. I could laugh about it. How could anyone laugh about any of that? It led you to getting killed, didn't it? Something like that. Huh? Her murderer must have been related to this, right? I thought that's why she was telling me. Anyway, I'd rather not dwell on it. When I revive, I'll be starting completely over. Starting over? Like a whole new life? That's the plan. There's no salvaging my old life. I'm dead. But that doesn't give me mean the end of Scarlet. Or maybe I can change my name to Rogue or something. She keeps Scarlet. Abandoning your name? That's too sad. You should keep it. I'd like to, but I don't think that's possible. I'd rather not let my old life haunt me. But I like the name Scarlet. All that aside, let's stay focused on where we are now. Right, finding a way to revive. Well, listen, Scarlet. Sheldon and I are gonna help each other. Maybe if we work together, we can beat death. Sheldon, huh? You must. You think that earnestly doing. Wait, hold it. Earnestly? Yeah. If you think that earnestly doing those trials is going to get you anywhere, I mean, I know it hasn't worked for him so far, but hasn't had any help until now. And if we're really here because of social lives, we're over. Don't you think making friends is the way out? Huh? No, I don't think so. Huh? Life isn't a sunshine and rainbows, Ashley. The power of friendship won't save the day here. But at least with friends, I feel like it would make it easier. But it might. We'd be stronger as a team, and maybe we could. Did you forget I was murdered? You really think teamwork can bring back the dead? She makes it sound so childish. Am I wrong to think we can save each other? No. There has to be some secret to this afterlife that only death has access to. The source of their powers. If you want to cast your bet with Sheldon, go right ahead. I'm not wasting my time on any more trials. Scarlet. She leaves the room, and I'm left standing alone and dejected. When I get back to the lobby, Sheldon is sitting right where I left him. Oh, hey Ash. Did you have fun exploring the place? Yeah, sorta. I talked to the others. Ah, how did that go? Scarlet doesn't want to help us, and Death only was only interested in playing video games. There's games here? They didn't let me play. If they did, it'd probably be for a trial anyway. That's too bad about Scarlet though. We have we all have the same goal. We should just work together. She said the power of friendship won't save the day. She's not gonna do any trials. What does she have against the power of friendship? It's helping me stay hopeful at least. Yeah, me too. A silence hangs between us for a moment. Sheldon looks into the ceiling and sighs. Can I be honest with you, Ash? Sure. Sometimes I wonder if I'd be better off staying here. What do you mean? If I woke up tomorrow and had to go back to my normal life, back to my messy apartment, frozen meals, paying bills, selling products, back to credit card debt. Oh God, it's been such a relief not having to worry about my financial situation. But you're doing the trials so you can survive, right? That's the goal. It is. Even though my life was a mess, just can't. I can't just abandon it, right? What would I do if I actually stayed here? If he really been here for years, that messy life he's talking about must feel so far away. Mine still feels like it's I only just lost it. Is there anything you miss from the real world? I miss showering. Yeah, that's wild. Showering? I haven't found any bathrooms at all in this place. Isn't it weird? Isn't that weird? Not that we need them. Oh, you're right. There aren't even any sinks, are there? My hair never gets greasy, and I haven't felt sweaty even with all the running around I've done. But technically, I haven't showered in 40 years. I don't stink, do I? No, I don't smell like anything. Good. But I still feel like I want to shower again. I miss that refreshing feeling of being all warm and clean. I can't relate. I've always hated showering. What? Really? How come? It just sucks. Having to get used to the changing temperatures is so uncomfortable. And I can't stand up for that long. Well, normally. I mean, I don't get tired here. Huh? I guess being here has its benefits. That's interesting. The TV screens above us suddenly flash a bright, staticky white. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Calling all losers. I thought of some trials for y'all. Come downstairs to get started. The screen switches off in unison. As abruptly as they turned on, Sheldon and I exchanged looks. Are you ready? No, but we should probably go anyway. He turned to Ash. Okay. Let me see here. I'm gonna say it right here, just in case. When Sheldon and I reach the morgue, Scarlet and Death are already there waiting for us. I wave to Scarlet, and she turns away. I guess she's mad at me for sticking with Sheldon. Now that we've assembled, Death taps their scythe on the floor and makes their announcement. Scarlet, it's time for your next trial. Pass, she said so quickly, Death barely even had time to finish their sentence. Ash, then. They turn to me. I can feel myself starting to sweat. I made you something special. It's a video game. A game? Like GTA or something? Nah, I can't 3D model for shit. I made you a card game. They pull out a small handheld and offer it to me. It's a retro model similar to the one I got in elementary school. This is a Pain Boy. The cards already in there, so turn it on and try it out. If you can beat my game, you'll get a revive. I have a feeling Death designed something extremely difficult, maybe even impossible. Yeah, let's play Death's game. Okay. It can't hurt but try. Okay. Yo, Reapers. Okay. How to play? The game. The game begins with one Joker face up. Pick up the cards from 2s to A's. Collect the suits in order. A, 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 A. If you choose the wrong card, you lose. Choose the suits in order. Oh god. I don't know card games. This is gonna be... Ugh. Spades, hearts, clubs, diamonds. Okay. Oh, what the f... This is... Okay. Oh god, this is... This is... Okay. What's the right one? What's the right one? Is there even a right? Is that not it? What the heck? I shut the game off in defeat. I give up. I don't have the patience for this. Death snickers, taking back their pain boy. This was a waste of time after all. Yeah, that game sucked. It's time for your next trial, Donnie. He's stiffened in preparation. I could help but feel nervous for him too. I pat his arm to offer some reassurance. You can do it, buddy. Thanks, Ash. Okay. Death, what else is? What do you need me to do this time? Not much. Death ascends over our heads, just like they did before. They open a different drawer. This time, when they pull out the table, it appears to be empty. This game is simple. They descend back down toward us, with a hint of darkness in their voice. It's called Say When. Before I know it, my feet leave the ground. I barely have time to register what's going on before my body hits cold metal. My IV bag hits my chest, and I scramble to catch it. When I did, wait, what? When I catch it. When did it get taken off its hook? Where am slam darkness? The blinding white I had only just gotten used to was replaced with an oppressive black that turned my confusion into an abject fear. I'm stunned, terrified to move an inch. All I can do is breathe while my mind searches for an explanation. Ash! Sheldon's voice gets through to me. It's coming from somewhere below me, muffled slightly. What the fuck are you doing? Let her out. I'm inside of something. I tentatively reach one hand out into the darkness in front of my face. It's flat, smooth, and cold. Metal, like the surface I was thrown onto. I reach the same hand to the side, more panicked this time. Clang. My worst fears are realized. been shoved inside one of the drawers in the wall. A drawer meant for dead bodies. Please, I, I don't want to be in here. Please, someone. My words came out as a whimper. I'm not sure anyone can even hear them. It's up to you to save her, Donnie. I'll let her out if you ask. Death's voice is taunting, like a playground bully. The sound of someone who isn't really going to do what they're offering. But free her too soon. But free her too soon, and you lose the trial. Sheldon! I call out in a panicked desperation. He has to let me out. He has to. Let her out. Relief washes over me. He really did it. He gave up his trial for me. I don't have to stay locked up in here like a corpse. Death opens the locker. The light returns to my world. This bright light that I hated. I get to come back to it now. I get to see my friends' faces again. My friends. Well, Sheldon is definitely a friend. Scarlett isn't happy with me, but she might come around. As for Death, they're at least helping me down from here. I hang my IV bag back on its hook. It's half empty now. Sheldon rushes over to me once I gathered myself. Are you okay? Yeah. That was scary. Thanks for calling it off. Well, you know what they say. Live to fight again another day. Yeah, you'll win next time. I glance over at Death and Scarlett. This is why I don't bother with these things. But I'm glad Sheldon had the good sense to let you out. Ashley, I would have kicked his ass if he didn't. I let out a small laugh. I could see what's happening. I can feel Death staring at me through their mask. This probably isn't the outcome they were expecting. Okay, losers. Clearly my trials this time weren't up to snuff. I've already thought of something better for you, Donnie. You can relax while I prepare it. It's gonna be hard to relax, but okay. Let's go to my room. I offered without a second thought. I figured out it'd be a nice place just to chill. For away with this awful morgue, at least. You have a room, Ash? That's where I woke up, so that's how I think of it. You're welcome to come too, Scarlett. We can, like, strategize or something. No, thank you. I'll keep investigating on my own. Scarlett turned to leave, this time giving a smile and a wave before exiting the room. At least she doesn't seem to be mad at me or anything. That's good. Do we still have to strategize? Nah, just relax. Who knows that what Death is gonna throw at us next? Yeah. I try not to guess ahead of my time. I try not to guess ahead of time. It just makes me more anxious. We smile and laugh with each other as we head to the elevator. It feels so nice to make a real friend. That's so wholesome. Honestly, people need people like that, I'm not gonna lie. So this is your room? Yeah, my hospital room. Sheldon looks around, approaching one of the empty walls. Right. These rooms are all an illusion. What do you see it as? Is my bed still a bed? Yeah, it's like a dorm room. There's a nice painting on the walls. Paintings? Yeah, of nature and stuff. I remember them from my time in rehab. Sheldon has told me a lot of personal stuff in the short time I've known him. I wonder if I should open up more too. I guess I already told him about being in the hospital, though. Is there anything else in my life, really? I've had to focus on my health for so long. I don't have many options when it comes to hobbies. Mostly, I just play video games. I doubt he's interested in that kind of stuff, though, and that kind of thing, though. He's much older than me, and judging by what he's mentioned so far, he spends his time in the world talking to people. He has he has even married, well, divorced now. He lived a much fuller life than me. What's wrong? I must have let my sadness show on my face because now he's worried about me. What should I say? I'm just thinking. You've had all these big life experiences. My own life is empty compared to that. Oh. It's not fair that you're stuck in the afterlife. You should be allowed to go back to living. Ash, you should too. I'm sure your life isn't as empty as you think. It's hard for me to believe that, but I appreciate the thought. Sheldon and I take a seat on the bed and continue chatting. I tell him a little about my family, how about my mom works in real estate and my dad's an IT technician. Since they both work, I've always been well provided for, but I was left on my own a lot. I always got the feeling they cared more about their jobs than me. It can't be easy having to care for a sick kid all of the time, though, so I guess I don't blame them. I already read that. I feel like they only had me because they're kind of expected to have a kid after you get married. I'm not sure either of them were all that excited about being parents. They still took care of me though, even if it felt a little distant. I've always had trouble connecting with both of them. Someone once told me that your relationship with your parents changes a lot once you're an adult and can see them more as a person, but well, maybe it's just because I'm of my circumstances. The only change in our relationship was that they weren't obligated to care for me as much anymore. They still pay for my health insurance at least. I haven't gotten I haven't been completely abandoned. I just haven't heard from either of them in a long time. My IV drips. Oh, right. It was starting to run low, wasn't it? My IV is gonna run out. Uh-oh. That's not good. I open the cabinets, curious what to see if there's any other medical supplies inside. What? But every one of them is empty. But wouldn't you need a nurse to help change the IV anyway? I've seen them do it enough times. I just need an extra set of hands. Ah, I'm so bad with needles. Maybe Scarlet can help? What's in his bag anyways? If it's just saline, I'm probably fine without it, but if it's medication, if it's the reason I've been feeling so healthy, I really shouldn't risk going without it. Sheldon, can you help me search for a refill? Sure, whatever you need, Ash. We make our way down opposite sides of the hall, checking each door along the way. One of these has to be a supply closet, right? That's what I expected, but it's just been identical room after identical room. What am I going to do if we can't find a refill? Does it even matter here in the afterlife? If I don't need to eat or sleep, I shouldn't need medicine either, right? but I woke up here with the IV in. It feels important, so I keep searching. But soon, we reach the end of the hall. Find anything? Sorry, they're all empty. The closets don't even have hangers in them. Let's try another floor. As we make our way to the elevator, we hear a familiar voice through the PA system. Why are you making me... Ashley and Sheldon, you're needed at the front desk, please. Her words are falsely sweet, like a customer service rep faking her way through the day. Maybe the front desk will be a good place to check anyway. His tone is hopeful, but I'm not. We can make a quick stop there anyways. While the elevator descends to the lobby, I stare nervously at my IV bag. It drips once, trying to intimidate me. Scarlett is seated behind the front desk, playing her part as a hospital receptionist. Death leans over the counter, looking like a delinquent, giving her a hard time. Well, that's basically what's going on here. Death is the bully, giving all of us a hard time. Sheldon, can I walk over to the pair together? I'm worried about my IV. Will it even last through another trial? I should probably mention it before we get sidetracked. Before I get a chance to speak, Death calls out to us. Wow, you guys really came running. Massachusetts. Ah, they made fun of us for following instructions. Scarlett fires back from behind the desk, and I can figure out how to respond. Before I can figure out how to respond. Oh, shut up. You criticize them if they took their time getting here too. She stands up and walks over to greet us. Listen, Death is plotting something. They haven't left me alone since the previous trial. Sorry you had to put up with that, Miss Scarlett. But, there's actually something urgent we need to talk about. Sheldon gestures to me. It's kind of him to give me an opening like this. Something urgent? We've been running around looking for medical supplies. My IV's gonna run out soon, so... Ah, you're right. It's drained so much. Death actually needs a new IV bag. Are there any refills? Maybe. Maybe? This is a medical emergency, isn't it? I'm not really sure. Mostly, I would feel weird without it. Death leans forward, turning to Sheldon with a snicker. You want to cancel the trial? Couldn't we just postpone it? No, that's annoying. What is this trial anyways? Ash, we should start it before we settle your emergency. But I want to know if it's impossible, but we can forfeit right away. Oh, okay. As long as you're fine with it. Well, I'm not fine with it. I'm going to help you look, Ashley. As Scarlett turns to leave, Death stops her. Are you sure you want to do that, Scarlett? She freezes. Death's planning something after all. Donnie's trial is gonna require everyone's participation, including yours. Fine. Explain the stupid trial, then I'm leaving. Alright. For phase 1 of this trial, a certain drug is hidden somewhere in this building. A drug? Like medication? Scarlett, you saw me hide it. The trial won't progress until it's brought here. I certainly saw you hide something, but I couldn't see what it was. It's something for you, Ashley. Is it for my IV? I'm too afraid to ask. If you hid her meds, just tell us already. You'll need to. You'll see when you find out. Death walks around the desk and plops down the office chair. They lean back to put their feet up on the desk. Scarlet takes off toward the stairway in a hurry. At least she didn't need it convincing. Should we wait here? I never had to think about that. What would happen if I ran out of medication before? We're always nurses taking care of me for me. And before I was hospitalized, my mom always managed it. But we're in the afterlife, a place where your body's condition stays the same, even if you don't eat or sleep. So, we shouldn't think of it as normal medication, probably. Still, I really don't need an IV. Why did I wake up with it in it? Why did I wake up with it in? It's not just fluids, is it? If I keep thinking in circles like this, my time will run out. My time. It's running out, like an hourglass. Huh? Death told me I don't have an hourglass. Do you think it's because my IV is acting like one in its place? If that's true, then Death snickers behind the desk. Man, that's a good one. Hidden in plain sight, huh? Am I right? Do I really have this much time left? Gee, I wonder. Screw you! I want to revive. I'm not ready to die yet. Okay, that's tormenting as hell. That is tormenting as hell. Like, oh god. The door of the stairwell swings open, and Scarlet comes running back to us. Scarlet, did you find it? It's not an IV bag, but it's some type of liquid, though. Conine shows us the bottle. It's unlabeled, save for hastily attached piece of masking tape and the words scribbled on in black ink. Conine. What is that? What is this for? Death looks at the bottle out of her hand, then waves it around like a prize. Conine is a chemical compound extracted from a plant called poison hemlock. A small dose is enough to cause paralysis. Starts in your toes, then works all the way up to your whole system. If you ingest it, it causes respiratory failure. You'll be conscious, unable to breathe, slowing, losing oxygen until you die. In other words, it's deadly poison. But poison? You can't mean. For the second part of your trial, Donnie, Ashley over here has to drink this. What, me? It has to be you. You're such good friends, right? Why don't you drink it instead, you monster? Call it off. You don't have to drink that, Ash. It's not up to you, Sheldon. It's Ash's choice. But I'll throw you a bone, Ash. Let's count this trial as a double whammy. If you drink it, I'll let you revive with Sheldon, assuming you survive. That is. I'll be waiting. And with that, Death turns around. Is there a way I can go back? Oh, I can't. I'll be waiting outside. If you have 5 minutes. With that, Death turns on their heel and walks out the automatic doors. It's up to me? I step forward in the automatic doors. I don't want to talk to them. They'll try to talk me out of it. Look, we don't know if the poison has any effect in the afterlife. I felt just fine the entire time I've been here. I haven't felt normal like that since I was a little kid. I don't know if that's because this place is special or if it's because whatever's in my IV was helping me. But I think my time left is to feel good is over now. It's something that shouldn't have been possible in the first place. That's why I'm okay with this. Don't worry about me, alright? Oh, damn, man. I stepped outside, letting the doors close behind me before Scarlett and Sheldon could say another word. Beyond the hospital doors is an endless expanse of bright white. Hard to believe there is a place even brighter than the inside of that hospital. Although I guess it's all an illusion. That's what I'm banking on. The illusion of it all. This place isn't real. My IV isn't real. And the poison isn't real. Maybe. I hope. I think Sheldon is real though. And I have a chance to help him, whether I turn out to be right or wrong. Whoa, you really came out. Yep, I'm ready. They hand me the bottle of poison. The glass is thick and heavy. Looks like you still have some time left. Any last words? Not really. I twist open the cap. There isn't any particular smell to the liquid. Seriously? You ready to sacrifice yourself just like that? You said I can revive if I drink it too. You're willing to die horribly for a chance to go back to the real world, to go back to pain and suffering every single day of your life. Well, I made a friend, so maybe I won't have to suffer alone anymore. That's the mental attitude I like. That's the mental attitude I like. Okay? Huh, you're nuts. You know that? You're the one who came up with this trial. Yeah, and it's an insane one. Who the hell would choose to drink lethal poison for some schlub they just met? They're right. I don't have to do this. I could probably get used to things. Here in the afterlife, being stuck here might not be so bad. There are so many things I don't know about this place. It's a little fun trying to learn about it all. If death is okay living here, maybe I could be too. If you can call this living. But I'm not really doing this for my own revival. I like Sheldon. He deserves a win. He does. The, o- the open bottle weighs heavy on my hands. Drink it. I chugged the entire thing in one go. It's disgusting. I've taken worse tasting medicine before. I keep my eyes shut as I wait for the effects of the poison to hit. But I don't feel anything. How long does this supposed to take anyway? Damn it! You guys win. Death walks back toward the hospital doors. But what? What happens now? How long until I'm die horribly? Shut up and come with me. Whenever when we walk back into the building, Scarlett and Sheldon run up to me with faces full of concern. Ash, how are you feeling? Normal, I guess. It had a bad aftertaste, but I don't feel any different yet. What's going to happen to her? Death? Nothing. Death's voice is whiny and childish, the voice of sore loser. But she drank the entire bottle of quinine. It's a fucking tincture, like those health products you used to sell Donnie. I've never sold poison. That's what I'm saying. It was a quinine tincture. They start with hemlock and dilute it down until there isn't a single molecule of hemlock left. They say it keeps the memory of the plant, but it's mostly water. It's water? But Then the healthy tinctures I sold, also a scam. Shit's called hemopathy. Learned about it on a podcast. So that's the catch. Haha, I called their stuff. I called their bluff. Shut up, bitch. Shut up, bitch. I made it too easy. Anyway, can we get a revive now, right? You and Sheldon do. Tough luck, Scarlet. I feel bad for leaving her behind. She helped a lot in the trial too. Well, what are you gonna do, Scarlet? Don't worry about me. Compared to Sheldon, I only just got here. Go ahead, Ashley, before your time runs out. With Scarlet's blessing, I look at Sheldon, then death. Looks like the power of friendship saved the day after all. Barf. Death walks us over the elevator. They tell us what no one ever won a trial before, so they aren't sure exactly how the whole process works. It's weird. I thought they knew everything about this place, but maybe it's all a front? A fake as the poison they made me drink? Either way, it's just me and Sheldon now. This elevator is apparently the way out here. The only way aside from walking out those front doors and wandering into the void. This is the only place in the building that death can't see inside. So if there really is a way to revive, it's through here. All we need to do now is figure out how. Sheldon, can I look around at the walls and ceilings inside the elevator? Each surface is smooth, with no sign of hidden doors or compartments. I've been in this elevator so many times. Can we really leave from here? Death said they saw people go in and not come out. They had to have gone somewhere. I've seen a lot of people come and go during my time here. They always just disappeared one day. I guess I always been too focused on my trials to really pay attention to that kind of thing. I don't know. If I would have noticed it, I wouldn't have noticed it either. My eyes fall on the panel of buttons. There's something odd about them. Oh, this wasn't here before. Sheldon leans in close, painting a button with a 0 on it, or maybe with an O, or maybe a 0. This must be it. We found it. Ash, should I press it? Well then, go ahead. You earned this. Huh. Even though this was the trial where I did the least. Sheldon presses the button. Once the elevators close, going up, huh? Yeah, we're definitely rising. This is what revival is supposed to feel like. I guess I'd be more worried if we were going down. Yeah, you're right. The two of us stand in silence, unsure of what to say to each other. No one's ever sacrificed themselves like that for me. It wasn't a sacrifice, though. It's the thought that counts. Another silence. How long does this elevator ride be? And will we ever get to see each other again after this? Before I know it, the floor has transformed into a field of dandelions. Hey, Ash. Yeah? He's seeing this too, right? What hospital are you staying at? It's St. Fellows? Ah, I know that place. That's where my grandfather. Let's not talk about that. Too depressing. Want to come visit? Yes, if that would be okay. Good. That's something I'll look forward to. I hope he really will come visit, as long as he doesn't try to sell me any supplements. I used to work in health insurance. Oh, no. He's not reading my mind, is he? Claims department. I was the guy who looked at insurance claims and tried to find any loophole I could so that the company could deny them. After my grandfather passed, seeing his medical bills, the funeral costs, everything, I just couldn't work there anymore. That was an awful thing to do to people. That sounds hard. Yeah. That's why I wanted to work in medicine, but there was no way I could afford to go to medical school. I thought selling supplements was the next best thing. I really, really wanted to be able to help people, but life kept spiraling out of control. So I really can't thank you enough for helping someone like me. It's no problem. Actually, I'm really glad to have been able to help someone at all. Usually I'm no use to anyone. My eyes well up in tears. Sheldon doesn't respond. Sheldon? We're still rising. It's too bright to see anything anymore. Please come visit me. I want to stay friends after this. I call out to him, but I'm pretty sure he's gone now. Friends, huh? I thought I might never make a new one. It's so nice knowing I was wrong about that. I feel so light and warm. I just hope we'll meet again soon. That's a wholesome ass story, dude. Oh, what the hell? Wait, what the? Uh. That is so sick, man. I'm actually kind of impressed with this. Oh, that's so cool. How many? Like, there's multiple endings? Oh, yo, okay. Okay, yeah. I'll definitely try to do different endings uh, next time. That's actually really cool. Okay, there's 6 endings. Okay, cool. That's nice. But I'll leave it at here. Decided just to make a video on this because I had this game for free on my Epic Games account, and I decided to give it a try. And yeah, it's a lot different than the normal games that I play, and honestly, I kind of enjoyed how wholesome it was. But see you guys next. Bye. Oh snap! I accidentally clicked start. Oh crap! Return. God. Okay. No, no. I said no. Quit. I mean, yes. But yeah.